about halfway through, he goes from talking about them, the apostles did this, the apostles did this, and he starts using the word we, meaning finally Luke joined in. So I'm so drawn to the story because it is a doctor. Luke was a doctor, real doctor, right? Turned investigative journalist. And the reason he became an investigative journalist, the best we can understand, is that this guy that we think was a Roman official named Theophilus, Luke greets him in both the Gospel of Luke and in the book of Acts, as a most excellent or Roman official, we believe. And we believe that the most likely reason is that Theophilus would have hired Luke to go and investigate whether or not Jesus was actually who he said he was. Now, Theophilus would have made this hiring. Luke would have left his medical practice and took years, if not a decade, studying all this, talking to eyewitnesses, reading original documents, listening to local rabbis and pastors, right? And he would have done all this after the resurrection happened. In other words, Theophilus starts noticing that everything changed. He's probably still saying Caesar's Lord, probably doesn't want to say Caesar's Lord. He has lots of influence and affluence as a Roman official, but his world is probably upside down. And so he hires this guy named Luke to go and investigate whether or not he should trust Jesus, right? So Luke tells us in Luke chapter 1, verse 4, he puts all of it together in an orderly account. And he says he writes this so that particularly Theophilus, but us as well, could have certainty of the things we've been taught about and by Jesus. And so Luke highlights the stories that Jesus taught. And so these are reliable accounts. These are people, eyewitnesses. Luke gives us plenty of footnotes, right? And so these are real people with a real story, not folklore, not myth, not legend. And he writes these things so that we can have certainty about Jesus.